Alright guys, welcome into the stream. We have a Proven Competitors League match for the second round with hrray, squash, swimmy, and jimbojambo. Should be a great game. Excited for you all to join us here while we're adding some notes and commentary. So some history about these players. I know squash pretty well, both as a player and a person. Amazing guy, very talented, nationals competitor, just a very strong player overall. Apart from that, we have hrray, who is personally one of my favorite people to play with. He is a Division 1 champion in Catan Champs, as well as a player who's proven himself time and time again to be able to clutch up in moments such as a finals game, which is why he's competing here now. Jimbojambo, I believe I have not had a lot of experience with this player. However, I do know that they're very talented as they've won the past free tournament, I believe, for Catan Championship. And Jimbojambo is just a player who's been around for a minute that has a lot of rapport with the community. Jimbojambo is also the CPI winner. I may have gotten that wrong. So, and what I don't know, who I don't know personally is Swimmy. I've never played with them, seen them on any server, so it'll definitely be interesting seeing them kind of take form as a player for the first time for me. If I remember correctly, Kelly, I'm pretty sure Jimbojambo won the free tournament as well. Could be wrong about that. But whether it's the free tournament for Catan Champs or CPI, which I believe that was CPI 1 Kelly's referring to, he's a proven champion. Dude, I know, right? I wish I could just talk to you guys like you guys are facing a mirror and just seeing my face, but unfortunately I think the game might be a little bit more important, especially to the players. But shout out Sunsets, Fantasy Football Legend, and also Tournament of Champion, 2-time competitor. Swimmy is top 25 in CU, Catan Universe. So I never played Catan Universe. That was before my time. When I started getting into online Catan, that really happened during, I guess, this past, about almost 2 years ago, when Colonists was starting to take off and when CU just continued to crash all the time. So yeah. But going to the board here, we have Jimbojambo placing first, Swimmy placing last. Jimbo went 583, which just screams Orweed Sheep. The board setup initially is the best distribution of pips are 11, so 5, 9, 10, 5, 8, 3 are the best options on this board if you're looking for production. I can see why 5, 8, 3 is a lot better than 5, 9, 10 because in first position you will not get the ore that you like on the way back. However, if you took 5, 9, 10, you could open yourself up for most likely a road game, hoping to go in the 9, 10, but he decided to go 5, 8, 3, banking on a weak spot on the way back, which there should be at least one that he'd be happy with. My guess would be 6, 11, and then to play that cheap port after. But we're not sure who's going to go 6, 3, 4, and they might also play that cheap port. But first position is definitely going to lean into Orweed Sheep. Squash decided to go second. He went 8, 3, 10 over the 5, 9, 10, over the 6, 3, 4, over the 6, 4, 3. And I like this pick, and I think Squash valued this spot with the 3, 4 and port over anything in this board. You know, he could have gone production-wise with the 5, 9, 10, but 8, 3, 10 really gives him flexibility, not only with getting onto brick, which will be important in this game as there's only a 9, 12, and a 3, but also a 3-for-1 port that is completely uncontested from my point of view, unless somebody goes 8-4, which I don't see that happening in this board. That being said, Harry went 6-3-4, I believe for the same reason. The 3-for-1 port, it just allows a player to be as flexible as possible. Different people have different preferences. Shout out
I really don't know.
Who
I
think I'm gonna lower them 1 second. They're a little loud.
There's like a million different ways you can go here, but none of them are very good.
Your port situation isn't the best.
Okay, we're gonna go with 40%. If they start yelling, we'll go down to 30. But I don't think that'll happen. These guys are all cool beans. Even though yelling is kind of entertaining sometimes. Thank you, Kelly, so much for just your support, bro, your guidance. I'm lacking a lot of knowledge community-wide, as a lot of my time and presence is in another server. But I have been very blessed and fortunate to be invited to kind of put my toes in different areas, such as King of Catan, where I'll be streaming a lot more games, hopefully. Oh, player cards. Yeah, I would love to see those player cards, Kelly. So yeah, so Harry 6-3-4, like I said, same reason that Squash went 8-3-10. He wanted to get on the at least one brick, as well as an option for a 3-for-1 port. The way Squash plays, he's either gonna get strong sheep or strong, probably just a strong sheep on the way back. I could see him going 8-10, possibly, but that was a good spot for Harry. Swimmy went 5-4-11. I understand this pick if they go 5-9-10 here because they play Orweed Sheep with no port. Sorry guys, I'm gonna close my door 1 second. Starting to get cool here back in Texas, so definitely having some fresh air is something that I've been looking forward to. Okay, so 5-4-11 for Swimmy. Like I said, I imagine he goes 5-9-10 here, just to complete the Orweed Sheep setup that I imagine he went there for the Or on the 5. He goes 5-9-10. I think he should point to the right. Not saying that he would get necessarily the Or port unless he makes some brick trades. That's probably completely out of the question for him. My thinking in this regard is you just get onto another spot that has higher production, whether that's the 10, which Squash might prioritize to lock Swimmy out of some spots and also up his own production, since the 8 wood 3-for-1 port is protected. But I could see Swimmy pointing left on the off chance that he would get a mono and have the brick port be useful. But like he did here, I honestly think pointing right to 5-10 is the best thing that you could do here. So Harry is looking for a wood spot, and it looks like they're going to double up on the 6-3-4. My experience with doubling numbers is not a great one, and I'm not saying it's necessarily an incorrect play. I think it works here for Harry because they have good number distribution, as well as 2 3-for-1 ports that they'll be able to get on and complete. But I do like this road from Harry. Harry goes 6-3-4 right because he knows blue will never get 4-9-2 as long as he's building the way he should be, which is fighting over spots that may be contested. A 3-for-1 port being the initial the first settle expansion for Harry on the 411 is nice and would help him in this game, and I'm not sure what he would do. But normally what I like to do if I'm competing for a spot is I just put my chips in and go there first. And I think that's honestly what Harry has to do. On the off chance, weird chance, swimming pool's a yop. Or a road builder, but mainly a yop so we can get that second brick. Instead of just having 2 roads where he would then need support for the brick. Because brick is going to be super rare in this board. Incredibly rare. I almost think Squash is looking at 9-10 and 8-10. The brick is nice for him to up that a little bit to match his wood production for road. Squash is a very good and nice road player. But 8-10 itself gives him the sheep he likes, gives him the 5-10 expansion, and also gives him the wood port, which would pair nicely with the other 8 wood settle once he gets the thrift 1 port. Yeah, Kelly. Okay, so shout out Kelly putting in his pick. We're still learning how to be more efficient here. I at least started my stream not outside with the Texas heat so my computer doesn't explode. So hopefully there's no technical delays or anything regarding that. So next time I'll definitely look to add some fun things. Kelly does a Gamba pick where you can predict the winner. I think that's a very, very cool aspect to his stream, besides his wonderful personality.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Squash goes 9-10, which I could see. And this also gives him the same kind of expansion to 5-10 that 8-10 would allow. But I honestly think Squash's plan here is to go for road. Because we have two Orwichi players already with Jimbo and with Blue, Swimmy. And just off of that logic, you kind of want to split up the win condition where you're stronger in road compared to a third road player or a third Orwichi player, and then the road player having a very strong chance of winning the game since there's no competition for that win condition or that bonus. So I do like that pick by Squash.
Yes.
I like Harry's idea. I like Blue's idea. I think the board has gone more or less how it should have gone. But that's arbitrary because everyone plays differently. But I don't hate anyone's setup here at all. And Jimbo most likely goes 6, 11, 12, which is actually pretty big for him since he can start with a brick. I almost don't know what you would prioritize as
So
orange.
you're both gonna give me
Going
two
6, 11, 12.
1-for-1 wood trades. Whatever
Whether
I
it's the
want,
3 for 1
then I
port or
give
the
you.
sheep port, which the sheep port gets him another ore spot,
If you're asking to,
and he would only be
I'll
able
give
to
you
port
Swimmies wood
what
if
rolls
you
on
go
the
6,
8,
11,
which
12.
probably is best compared to the 6, 11 wheats
What do you mean
being
you give
ported
Swimmies
for
wood?
anything,
I don't know.
which may be ore.
I'm confused.
I think I would go the sheep port if I'm Jimbojambo. I go 6, 11, 12 here, and then prioritize my brick for the sheep port, and then go from there. Thanks for attending, Agron. Like, in so many ways, you're just so awesome, bro.
I just don't.
Thanks for
think
being
you're
here.
expanding anywhere if you go 6, 11, 12. I feel like 9, 11, 3 to 6, 11 is bad for you.
Yeah, if I missed any
But what do I know?
any notes on each player, as in their qualifications and just overall how great they are, their accomplishments, Kelly has been very kind to include that
It's
in the
also
chat,
got another
so
sheep to get on the
go ahead
sheep
and check
port.
that out
Like,
and
he-
tell
he
Kelly
goes
thank you,
9, 11,
like
3
I
to 6,
do.
11, and then he goes on the sheep.
Okay,
port.
wait. So
I need to study
I think
up
I'll
on
take
my
your deal if you want. You give me 2 1-for-1
Proven
wood trades,
Competitors
I take
League.
9, 3, 11.
Sure.
Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you that to not go 9.
No, it's ours.
Also,
Why
I
do you
just
wanna run
realized
9, 3,
I have the wrong
Isn't it just,
background.
really better for him? Like, I didn't want to say it, but like, I feel like this is crazy.
I definitely thought I'd change
need more
this,
stuff
but
as
let me
well,
do
so I
that
can-
real quick.
Uh,
It's always something.
Not sure what's
Okay,
wrong.
we're good. This is the Proven Competitors League, not the Premier League.
there's only very few spots that you share. It's either only like the 4 wood or the 10 wheat.
Fantasy
You
Football
have to
Champs
share.
League.
I'm not gonna solo salmon.
Okay, so we have one prediction from Agron to be Squash. Always gotta rep and support the homies. And then Kelly's going for Jimbo. Me personally, I think Harry's gonna win. After that placement by Jimbo, where he wanted his sheep port to be a little bit more useful to him, and decides to go on 9-11-3 with the assumption that he will get the 6-11 expansion spot, it kind of weakens his initial Orweed sheep game and limits him to expanding a little bit to then up his production, up his utility, because he has to go 6-11 first, I think, here,
I mean, my reason was that I did plow
verify
next to
that
this
Harry
spot
doesn't
there,
backwards
and,
plow.
You're gonna have good expansion.
So you at least want a road from
and you're
Jimbo
still
to the
gonna
left
produce bricks, so
to secure 6-11,
Just
and then
was my chance of
make
trying
that
to
settle, and then
things
make
balance.
your way down to the sheep port. But it's a little bit slow, and you kind of have to catch up. But I'm sure Jimbo can figure it out. So let's go ahead and go through the game log for where we missed.
Yeah.
Jimbo initially rose a 7, steals some squash. I believe they were looking for wood. There wasn't an extortion trade that I see here. So, and it also looks like they didn't get it. Squash rolled a 10, which was a good block by Jimbo as it's
Oh, yeah.
blocked.
Yeah, 100%.
Actually, I take it back. Squash did not have a wood to start off because he went 9-10. Which makes sense why actually the 10 was blocked, but I almost think he should have hit blue there for a wood, but we might have missed some kind of table talk. But since I didn't see a trade, I don't see an extortion, and I don't see a deal.
I think I'll take the
So I'm
second
confused.
spot, and that's it.
But
Yeah, okay, give him the
What's
red
new?
settle. He stole a brick from me.
so
So.
Squash did a 10, so okay, he just announced that he had his brick stolen. Oh, and Jimbo gets the
What are you
road
doing?
settle right
I
away.
owed him that.
Why would you do that? Why, I don't understand why you would even do that.
Harry
deal
rolls
in
a
the first
6,
place.
Swimming rolls a
I think it was
3,
6, 11, 12.
gets back to Jimbo, he rolls an 8.
Yeah, I think
Makes a
6-11 sounds
trade.
pretty good for him.
For a wood, so he did
Not
take
really.
a wood, I guess,
Is it
so he was
actually?
holding his
I don't
wood.
think it actually is.
Like now he's on double sheep, double.
That's
wheat,
very
double
gutsy, I would
sheep, or
say.
with the 9.
It's not necessary
Like,
to place the
yeah,
road down, but
let
once
him
you
take
place the
6,
road
11,
down,
12.
nobody's feeding that plow. And I just
Get
honestly
that for
would want to
free.
protect the wooden brick I have in my
Like,
hand if
some
I'm
of us would
Jimbo
like to get at
as the
least
Orweed sheep
3
player and
points.
just play them when I can immediately when I won't get
Uh,
when I won't pay for it later. If you're racing somebody, I get holding a little bit just in case you do get plowed and they do beat you, so you don't waste that road. But it ended up working out for Jimbo regardless. And obviously Squash is not super happy about the how loose that trade was from Harry. And I think Squash did mention that there's a brick, or that he had the brick. Harry did hear that and then still went through the trade. So not sure what Harry has going on, but maybe it was just an important trade for them to make for the road settle on their end. So Harry reduces his hand, places a road to 6, 11, 12. We have a couple passes. He also buys a dev. Jimbojambo jumps on the dev train as well, which if I'm Harry, I understand why they bought a dev. Maybe their hand was a little bit filled. I think they spent 5 cards that turn, so they put a road down and they bought a dev. So it reduced him under 7 cards.
Squash, you trade a brick.
But it's kind of tough for Harry to pop in this spot
You
where he
trade it.
should really save onto his ore as much as possible. But if he's not able to
I'll give you
have a big action this turn or that turn where it reduced his hand, kind of
What, you're gonna solo me?
is okay
No.
to,
Well,
to pop a dev there because
might
you're
have to, but
basically
I'll give
hoping
you
for
another
anything but a knight.
brick
Anything.
for wheat.
Everything helps.
Do what?
Road builders, monos,
Okay, I'll do that.
VPs,
Wait, would we?
year of plenties, everything.
Put it on the 5. Put it on the 5.
Because Jimbo is just in a very strong spot at this point of the game. The 3 is obviously better than 12, so it'll be more reliant in this game.
Okay.
And it's actually always protected by 2 other people as well. Seeing that only one of them is
I'll
the dev
eventually get there,
or we
so
cheat
it'll
person.
be a triple share.
He would be the one protecting it, but it's also protected from sevens by green and red. Harry gets the trade from Squash after stealing from Jimbo, so netted an even trade as they got a free card and then gave that card basically to Squash or another card. But it's not a terrible thing to do to get.
Were you trying to get the 942?
To give a 2-for-1 here.
I mean, like
But again, very interesting that Harry went 6-11-2 first. Just for the reason
maybe
that he's
next
already
turn.
on the 6.
Right now, I
The
really
12
can't.
doesn't help too much, I'd imagine, but I can see the 11
another
mattering.
one,
But since you're on the
possibly.
6, if it was me, I would just go straight to the 9-4-2. Because again, you want to avoid Yop plows, basically, from blue, on the off chance that they were able to pull that. But maybe since blue hasn't been able to buy a dev yet, Harry feels a little bit more comfortable going to where he feels is more important,
Oh fuck.
which is
fuck,
getting, in my opinion,
Oh, did I
on
pass my
wheat
turn?
faster.
fuck.
Yeah.
On more wheat faster.
Well.
Okay, so couple rolls, couple passes. Harry rolls a 7. Looking to block here. It's already on the best spot for him, as the 5 or is blocked, and we also just got a settle from Squash, so it's triple shared. It's a big settle for Squash. I see why he goes there first as well, to give himself some more protection.
I'm gonna
And
probably block the 6.
Let's do it anyway. I don't know. I didn't know where to put it.
Yeah, I just think it's Jimbo here. Still. So I think that's the correct rob from Harry. Harry buys another dev, so we're gonna have a lot of players here popping or buying development cards. And we don't know if Harry has a non-knight already, but we know that he has popped twice. And from what I remember, so far has not been tested, as in he has not been blocked and not had to play his first
Wanna
dev
do swing
after
it with
he
your
bought the
break?
second one. So we have 2 devs to look out for here.
I'm gonna need a second card from you. I'm just like the dead player completely, and you're probably in first. Any second
You
card. I'll take.
You gotta make sure you don't take your 942. You might do that.
I mean, oh, yeah, no, you're right.
What did you miss,
I'm
Agron? Did
I'm
he
not
yop?
looking either way.
I don't think so.
Wait, you're
Did I
worried
miss a
take
yop?
942? I can tell you I'm not gonna take 942.
We'll do a quick
That's
search.
Fine if you wanna make it part of
Yeah,
the
yeah, I no,
You're
I still need any
plenty.
second
Nope.
card. I can't.
Monopoly. Nope.
Want you.
Road Builder. Nope.
Ah,
You did not miss anything, Agron. That means neither did I, which is a great thing. Okay, so
I guess I do like.
just wanted to make sure I was up to date. Back to the game. Harry decides to pop. I think we knew that already. Swimmy rolls a 7, or sorry, an 8. Jimbo rolls a 3, which
yeah,
this
it's
board,
big.
the way it's set up, the 3 is gonna have to roll for anyone to do anything. So it's actually a pretty strong brick spot. Squash is on the 9, and the 3 is lower pip, which is lower odds to roll. But since everyone is relying on it, I think the speed of the game kind of reflects that a little bit too, with how often the 3 would roll, unless the 9 is just bonkers and goes off. But so we have a road from Jimbo, a road settle from Squash, and I don't mind him going the 8 second. 5-10 is
But he
definitely
rolled a
first
3.
expansion for him, but going the 8 second is okay still, where he doesn't need to worry about winning that race against blue in the 10, which will be
I
useful.
mean, I think
pretty
it
soon for
advances
him.
both our games, to be fair. I mean, it's good for
But blue is
each
just so
team.
slow right now and is
It's also
absorbing
good
every
for
single
someone like
block
mine, which
that
would've got
their
this
game is kind of limited and very, very slow right now,
I
especially with
mean,
the lead that Jimbo has gotten on devs.
I think
Harry
I agree
popping
with
as
that. It's not
well.
that good
And looking
because
at
he's
this
not
board a
gonna
little
have
bit,
useful port
after
this game.
Squash goes on the 10, 10s are money for him. 8s are 8 is an or, 5 is an or.
Who's
He's
not
actually
on
set
that
up pretty
list
good
for
here.
this game?
Swimming.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
Swimmy.
not-
Okay.
not
It
a
so-
depends
good
on what
set
Squash
either way,
ends up
but
doing
it's
with
much more playable
his
than
ore,
either
I
way.
would say. But knowing the kind of player he is, seeing the landscape of the board, and seeing where the win conditions, the bonuses are kind of distributed between players, I imagine he just focuses on sitting and then starts looping to around the 8-4 and then building. I can even see a world where he has so much production and he rolls a bunch of roads where he ends up cutting off blue. But I do think if that monster starts to happen, the board helps blue put a road down to the 5, which is pretty bare minimum for the rest of the table to kind of help blue stay in the game and not let Squash steamroll. But looks like Kelly's pick was pretty strong in the beginning in terms of who's favored to win, because I think Squash is actually in a great spot.
I have blinds.
We have a road from Harry to 11-4.
Squash is
and-
all the brick in the world.
I like it, but I still think he should go 9-4-2 first.
Like,
But that's
cheap
just me.
brick.
You're not really getting on another big important resource for his game, as you know. He has the 9, but he also has the 4 for the sheep, because you're really not looking to expand onto the 2, and he's already on the 4 wood. But in my opinion, I would have always gone 9-4-2 first, and then maybe gone 4-11, knowing that I'd be able to backdoor 6-11-12 pretty easy after that, as my production would be increased and the 3-for-1 would be active for me. So Harry builds a road. We have a 9, another 9 that is both blocked.
Your numbers are on, alright.
6,
6-4-3 is.
a 9,
Yeah.
and a 6 again, and a 9. A lot of 6s and 9s.
What is this 9? It's just.
When you put them together, you get something pretty crazy. But yeah, some interesting rolls. We've had 1, 2,
Squash is like
3,
5 bricks.
4 9s out of the past 5, 6 rolls. So
They will
2
almost
6s
give
and
them
4 9s. Very nice, very nice. But okay, so that's actually a pretty big deal for I think Jimbo, since the 8 is basically where he's getting sheep right now.
And also Sig, I feel like this.
And he
board
lost
has
a
been just like sixes and
lost
nines.
a lot of sheep already with that 9 being blocked. And of course, Swimmy is just
Implode,
absorbing
bro, like,
everything.
what?
So,
Oh my God.
in terms of the ranking that I see right now, I see Squash, then maybe Jimbo, and then maybe Harry, and then Swimmy isn't last. Swimmy for sure last, which I'm going to correct myself right now. I think I said Kelly said that Squash was in a great spot, but it was Agron. And that's an awesome take because he's so awesome. But yeah, pretty big block, honestly. I think that's going to matter a lot down the road in terms of sheep. But it's a very high sheep board, so there might be trading. The reason that I see Harry below Jimbo right now, slightly, is only because of what they're doing with their cards in terms of buying development cards. But they're popping with a chance of getting pretty crazy cards that kind of give them an up against their opponents that are non-knights, like this road building. That is a huge play. Yes, he could have gone 4-9-2, and you know, the advice that I would have probably said here is like, oh, he should just go 4-9-2 for sure. Then here, because he has those roads. No, this was a great play from Harry, because like we pointed out earlier, I think Squash's game was wrapping at 8-8 and then building roads, or eventually getting to that 8-4 where he'd get on another wood spot, so he'd produce a card and a half for an 8, and then up his sheep, which is so high producing that it's easily ported on this board. But this kind of sets up Harry
And if he
above
has a
Squash,
knight, he put you
because
through so
now
much pain
Harry
with
has
that,
the
like,
actual
if
road
it was
network
just
and
the-
Squash does not. So
Yeah.
this was huge. A huge card and a huge move by Harry.
Because I mean, unless here like Squash.
We
uses
also,
open brick to build
I
up
believe,
roads, I
don't
see
know
it's very hard
if
someone
Harry has a
contesting
non-knight
roads, so
still,
if
because
gets
Harry
really
had 2
guaranteed, it's,
devs,
like, too
and
easy for
Harry
him.
was not blocked
Then
during either of those
don't
2.
block the-
And just because he
I
played
think
a road
Swimmy's
builder
might
here,
be
that doesn't
comfortable
necessarily
with that.
mean that he does not have a knight
Swimmy doesn't
because
do
of
this
how
break.
important
Poor
that
Swimmy
spot
has
was.
Yeah.
and the off chance that Squash could just build 2 roads
It's
up and
actually
make
hard
sure
to
that he
believe.
secures it in
Unless
this
Squash
this
just gives him all
orbit.
the breaks for
Doing the
free,
road
it's
build
gonna
for
be
settle
tough.
was the best move.
Swimmy's not winning this game.
I don't know his other devs,
No,
but
no, no,
I
no,
imagine
just mean Swimmy's my road
that was
contest
the
because
best play
he
for
has the
him
road
for
contest.
sure. Swimmy
Even
plays the
if he
road
doesn't break.
to
I mean,
942, which I
obviously,
think is
I-
smart
Yeah,
here
in terms of
because the
protection,
board is
yeah,
making
I
sure that
guess
Harry
if
gets
Squash should just keep
the
roads for
492.
free, it's not gonna-
even though
you.
Harry might just get there on his own depending on what's going on. But the 7 does help the table a lot as he just loses 4
Yeah,
cards and
actually,
cuts his
Squash
hand in
is
half.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Squash is able to build 2 roads this
Did he
orbit,
actually convince
which
you to rob me there?
I mean, you are the rob.
I think it's
does have
harder
two.
than that. I mean,
which is
come on,
why
yeah.
the
He
move by
might
Harry
have a
was
mother, but like even still.
so strong and also very correct here.
gaslighting, Jimbo.
Squash builds 2 roads to the A10, which is still a good spot for him. Does kind of expand him a little bit. His road network, which is a different idea than what we had, but I do think he wanted the 8-4. Could be wrong though. The A10 is a very strong spot. Still ups his sheep to giving him an extra 2
Wow,
on the 8 and the 10, which is good.
Harry's blocks have been like
And
super
apparently
successful.
Swimmy
Well, what do you, wait,
thinks
Tony,
that
what do you need to settle? Or you need like a lot?
he's strong enough in this table to get robbed. Because Harry hit Squash here. But I see that,
Like,
and I'm okay with
Could have
it.
settled down or something.
Jimbo
I'm not
is
plowing him. If I
stronger
wanted
than
to plow him,
Squash
I
at the
would
moment,
build him.
but his road competition is
It
going
doesn't
to be
benefit
Squash
me
the
to
rest of the game.
eliminate Swim from the game.
So
I think he's already eliminated, to be honest.
Potentially.
What do you
But
think
yeah,
about that?
Swimmy, by Kelly C, is really
doesn't
behind right
benefit
now
me to
in the game
kick
as an
him out
Orwich
while he's
sheep
down.
player, and personally, I think he's out of it. Which Squash making
Like,
the point
5 is just
to
better
Harry
for
that
Jimbo at this point.
he really
Like, he has
convinced
no, like,
you that I'm ahead of
beneficial
him,
role
which
at
is
this
an
point in the
interesting
game.
statement because
No role
yes,
helps
Squash
him
is the road player
unless he gets on
and
the 2.
Harry's direct competition, but with how honestly stunted and forever shared block it looks like Blue is going to be, they're probably never going to catch up with devs, and they don't even have a good port to allow them to do so. So they're basically relying on the table, so Squash and Harry to move around, but they're also doing their own thing. You've seen Harry buy devs. It's just not a great spot for Blue, unfortunately, and I think that had a lot to do with the position he placed in, which was 4th position. So he got the 4th and the 5th pick. Also, welcome in to the stream, guys. I appreciate everyone who's watching and supporting these players. Quick reminder that the most important thing, part of this game is having fun, but also sharing this time and experience with the people involved. So
bro, it's
shout
literally
out
just
to
sexy,
you as
bro.
viewers
Like,
as well
what the
in regard to
fuck?
that.
Like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Like,
Squash is not happy. These rolls are not
the game's
favorable to
fucking
him.
over, bro.
And the 6-4-3 looks like a great
Like, this
idea
is
for
ridiculous. Do you wanna
Harry
settle,
since
Swimmy? Like,
they are just
Yeah,
going
no
nuts right now.
you need a sheep?
Harry looks like doesn't even care about the 9-4-2 as he placed his last
He's got it.
and final 5th settle on the 4-11 until he cities again, which I think is a fine move anyways, because then it's a little bit harder for him to city if he goes 9-4-2 in that turn, where he had to 4-for-1 a little bit until he can city 6-4-3 and then builds onto the 3-4 port, which just makes him a little bit slower than he'd like to be at this
He's
spot
not
with
even gonna
how
7 out,
efficient
like,
his rolls
yeah,
are
it's
hitting
dumb.
and how many cards he has in his hand to then port.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Because as it stands right now,
Just 6s, 4s, and 3s.
his next thing is to city, which he will maybe even this turn, depending on his dev and the kind of card distribution he has in his hand. He already rolled an ore basically with the 4.
He's not even gonna 7 out. Like, this is the dumbest shit ever. He just hit 6-4-3. Like, this is the,
And he
this is
hits
the
a
dumbest
3.
game in the fucking world, bro. Like, Like,
This
it's
is the
really
risk
dumb.
with doubling up on numbers. A lot of the time, I've had experience with doubling on 8, 3, 10, and sometimes they hit like this for Harry, and sometimes they just dry up, and your whole game is 3 numbers that don't roll like they
Can you
are
like give
supposed
Swimmy a
to
dev,
when they
Jimbo,
need to,
like, or
and
something?
you're just
Can we do
not in the
something?
great spot, not in the best spot.
I mean, I owe Swimmy 101.
But what makes matters worse is Harry pulled the mono, pulled 8 wheat. He's gonna be able to city here. We might. Okay, so they for sure city here.
Dumbest shit ever.
They're buying devs,
Like.
or Harry bought 1 dev, but I think he could afford that,
uh,
knowing what he had in his hand and seeing that he could still city. Yeah. There wasn't a world there, I don't think, that he doesn't city. But leaning into basically taking over this game a little bit, why not go for both? Harry has road
so
now.
fucking dumb.
The only
Like,
person with the
what
city.
fuck?
So this game is completely over.
You should give me
Not
a-
only does
if you're-
Jimbojambo
What?
have now
Give me insurance if you're settled.
not the
What
lead
are you
in
doing?
Orweed Sheep,
How am I
but they
settling,
also
right? There's no
have
wheat,
not
you still
knights,
owe
so
the
they
wheat.
can't even pace
No one has
or
any
just
wheat around
or
here.
sorry, Harry's Green's
What can you- I
production
can give you insurance,
and
but
flexibility.
what can you give
The game
me?
is completely over.
We have 15 cards. It's whatever, man. Like, I could take road if I don't 7 out. But knowing Harry's fucking luck, I'll 7 out, and he won't 7 out when he has 30 cards on him.
Actually, yeah,
Honestly,
I
it's
realized
true.
I can't even give you
Squash is
insurance
probably gonna
right here
7
'cause I'm
out
not-
because
I'm not
that's just how
getting
colonists work sometimes.
Yeah, sorry, there's just nothing I can do here.
It's the dumbest shit ever. Like,
Not
literally.
Yeah, this game is
Wow.
completely
Literally.
over.
Literally.
I don't think anything was necessarily
Like, do I
played
even
incorrectly,
take road? Like, I feel like it's pointless. Point. Like,
but the rolls have
Yeah,
just
you
been
definitely
kind of
can't take
insane,
road.
kind of nuts.
do you have any wood?
I have 1 wood, but I cannot. I mean, I need it back if I give it to you. Like,
Definitely gonna
just
post
give it
this
to you, give it
game,
back to me, otherwise-
As it's being recorded on my
I
YouTube
mean, I'll
page,
just
as
settle.
well as
Like,
past
I
games
really-
that I've had. I need
I
to
can-
do
I
better,
can go and then
cataloging
just
some
go
some
snuggle
things
or
and
something,
kind of
go
making
watch
these
some
videos
television.
available to
Like,
players
I
who
don't really care, man.
want to see the game post
That's
stream.
it, I can give you the wood, but like I need it back as soon as you
This
get
is
it.
not the best
maybe
first game to
maybe I
post,
should just settle.
as
Yeah, you got a point.
it's kind of a
Honestly.
blowout, and it will be a
That's up to
blowout.
you. I mean, if you
and it
take
probably
road,
ends
you-
in
You get a chance of prolonging the
3
he'll,
turns
No, he'll just take
max,
it
I
back.
think.
Like, the only thing that's rolling is 6 threes. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, this is the dumbest game I've ever played in my
I
life.
mean, they will stop rolling at some point. You can't
No,
just
they
sit
won't.
there and
They
roll
won't.
forever.
They won't stop rolling.
Okay, man. I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
Squash
giving
is
up
not
on the
happy.
game, I know what to tell. I mean,
Like, I'm gonna take road, and then he's just gonna take it back. He builds 2 roads.
yeah, but maybe that's what stops him from winning. Like,
Making
if he
them
doesn't
private
have
killing
the
is a
wood
good
to go,
idea.
So you give me
I've definitely
a wood.
like uploaded a couple of
I'm giving you
videos
the
that I've
wood, but I
done.
need it back as soon as you get it. That's my.
Not really for the purpose of, building a YouTube account, but honestly just
Like,
cataloging
I need it for
past
free
streams.
because I have 3 sheep and 2 brick. Unless I get a wood from both of you.
But that's a great idea. Thank you for that insight and your help. I'll probably hit you up later.
That's the point.
Bro, he can. It's
Maybe
at
not
6
tonight,
for me to
as
go to 8
we're gonna
rounds.
see the Cowboys embarrass
He has-
themselves
he has
on
8 cards in hand and 2 devs.
the
I need a wood from each of you.
what is it, the big stage, prime time.
I'm just trying to prolong the game, so. it
I'm just looking
lasts
forward to the
as long as
Stephen A.
possible.
Smith
Like,
gif
Like,
laughing
is
at the
that the goal?
Cowboys.
So
I'm
he
from
just get points
Texas
down
and
before
I
he wins.
absolutely hate the Cowboys.
Are you gonna
That's
give
another
wood
story
back?
for
Is it
another
like
time.
Michael
Let's
Sure.
get back to this game
Sure.
As
here.
soon as you get it.
Squash is able to take road back with some trades,
Like, we just need to.
but
points.
Harry wraps the 4 to go to 8
We just
roads,
keep going
as
to the
Squash has
coast,
only
I
been able to
guess.
get to 7 or 8 here actually. So
But
not a bad
he's
move
the
by the
only one
table
rolling
or
7,
Squash,
so, like-
getting him a good amount of roads to kind of give them a bigger window. But it's not looking good for the rest of the table. Interesting to
Is
see
there any way
if
someone can
Harry's
dev
gonna
here
play
between
a
the
dev
two of you?
here. They buy a dev, feel like they don't need to, which might be probably the best move
What are
here.
we thinking,
They have
just
3
6 wood?
devs now. A
So
couple of
long?
them could
I
be
don't fucking
knights. they don't need to play knight here since nobody else has a
Maybe
dev
they
besides
have
Jimbo,
three.
which is already
Yeah,
proven to
have three.
have
Just
a
I don't know.
non-knight.
Just let everyone
And in
get a
situations like
reason.
this where a
Fucking
7
roll.
rolls,
6 wood.
you
Oh,
want to make
fucking
sure that
roll.
you can unblock yourself.
The
So holding on
sixes
to
are just
that in
scrolling
terms
like
of
Maybe
keeping
60.
pacing and position
6 minute.
is still okay for Harry in this spot. So Harry's playing extremely well.
I can't.
Granted, 643 has been hitting like lottery numbers,
Oh.
but
Does Jimbo have
I
a
do
lead?
think
Or an or?
efficiency
Or
in
can you
games
dev
are
Jimbo?
also
Can someone
dependent on
just
how
fucking dev?
players
Like,
utilize their
I
cards.
need a lead
And
my
Harry's
future or trade.
Harry's done pretty well so far. I'm a little
You're
thrown
never
off
gonna get that
by
future
him not going
trade, bro.
942
5 is
at
just gonna
all
stay perma
this
block,
game.
bro. Think.
But I see why. Honestly, it wasn't as important if he was
I mean, he has
this
an R.
entire time planning to build his network around the 4. Just similar to how we talked about
Oh yeah,
Squash
you do. 3-year-old.
building his network around the 8. Harry also needed 1, but he could have done that with 11 options, right? But either way, Harry's made some pretty good decisions because he's leading this game in a very
My
strong
goal
spot.
this game is just to hold road and have my 6 points.
So we finally get a city. Oh, I'm sorry. Jimbo builds onto the sheep port finally, which we could put Jimbo at maybe 6 here. Maybe VP mono, but I feel like Jimbo maybe would have even, or actually I don't know.
Bro,
Jimbo could have 2 VPs or a mono VP is
I
my
mean,
guess.
he'd have 4
Since
lead
they
instead of 4
couldn't
wood, so.
build
Yeah.
faster than what they did in this turn.
I mean, wood he can take road.
And it could be a
Yeah,
mono,
that was the
even though Harry has held on to a lot of cards
Yeah, but
for
he's gonna
a lot of
break
different
anyway.
orbits
I
at
mean,
large
maybe
quantities,
break for
just
two.
for the reason that Jimbo did not have a good mono. So sometimes
I'm wondering
as-
if the
as in, like,
card
a good
might
mono
actually
opportunity,
give away,
sometimes
but-
no opportunity is almost a wasted mono
This card.
where you mono the incorrect thing. So it's just the smarter thing to do to hold on to it in an off chance that he gets to his turn and there's 1 card of sheep on the very top of the resource bank depicting that there is at least 12
Sheep, I think.
sheep in the bank for him to be very efficient and kind of take the step up that he needs to catch up to Harry.
You're
So
right.
that's why I think Jimbo could have a mono. And by that, Rob, it really looks to me that Harry's now going to forego road
It's not GG.
unless it's winnable for him, since he's already popped 3 times, has had a knight played,
Oh my god.
and also stole from Jimbo, which is the real Orwichi player besides Blue, as Blue has just been
You need a sheep?
stunted, just completely stunted.
Maybe 2?
I only have 1 sheep. I only have 1 sheep.
Thank you for the follow, Aurora Alonso. I really appreciate it.
2 sheep. 2 wood. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, bro.
I pulled a
So
7
taking
VP.
another look at this board,
Yeah, get a VP, bro. Get a VP.
Squash should keep road this game, as the board always makes sure he does.
Let's go. I got a
'Cause if he
brick.
didn't-
Let's go.
The game is over because Harry takes that to win with the double play or just with the VPs in his hand. Swimmy makes a trade with Squash to then 4 for 1 for a dev, which is very painful because Swimmy needs to be as efficient as possible to catch up in this game, but there's literally no chance for that to happen where the 5 is perma-blocked by the leader, seeing that he's the only player without
I think I'll take the wood squash.
space on that tile, and Harry is basically controlling the knights as well, which means Harry's going for army,
we-
which is again why he hit Jimbo.
Do a brick.
No, but I got only sheep. I'm a poor man.
Hey Curly Wordy,
I kind of
Thanks
want to
for
build.
joining the
I have
stream.
2 roads in my hand. I want to
Really
build 2
appreciate
roads
it.
to the 11
we
on my
value
team.
your time and energy here, and also appreciate the follow.
I want to build 2 roads on my turn.
What else can you give me? Then you're gonna give me 2 wood for 1 then.
I'm just gonna try to keep road, man. Like the game's over.
Yeah, I don't think there's a world where Squash
think
gives up
it's
2
over.
cards for 1 here
It is
at
over.
all.
I mean,
You
the
just
game
won.
is definitely over.
Since everyone is in a terrible
Like none
spot.
of us are winning
the
this
points.
game. Like we're just trying to get points. I'm just trying to keep road, man.
So you're just gonna go back in your deal like that?
I'm not going back on a deal, man. I need to. I want to just extend road.
To be fair,
Okay,
you
well,
could agree to give him a wood.
Whatever. Just give me the. Okay, give me sheep port service then.
So I guess there was some kind of deal that involved Jimbo and Squash, like a future trade for wood.
Here.
Squash has it now. Jimbo's asking for it.
What?
Squash doesn't want to give it because it
No,
doesn't
no.
help him.
I have sheep.
Because he wants to extend roads basically onto the 11 and,
Take 2
make
sheep
sure that
instead
he
of
keeps
50
road, which is the only way that everyone else doesn't lose
I have
into
2 sheep.
orbits.
That's a wood.
Yeah, but how are you gonna? I don't really trust Squash at this point. I'm not gonna give. Oh, I'm just gonna do this.
Just like give him a wheat for 2 sheep.
Just pull a VP here. Just pull a VP. You got a VP here. You're,
One magic VP.
Doesn't matter.
So Jimbo just decides to pop a dev with his port, which means he does not get the wood from Squash, and that relationship on the board is kind of sour right now as Jimbo doesn't even trust him enough to give him sheep port service. And I think
I was
it's
trying to give
I'm not
you
sure
wood,
what
but
Jimbo
you
was
were-
gonna do with the
you
wood,
popped.
maybe like a road settle,
I don't think you could have popped if I gave you the wood though.
Yeah,
or at least
exactly, 'cause I didn't
looks like looking at
I
his
think
hand
the
maybe
pop
like
was
a
better.
road on the
I
8,
think the pop was
and then
better. I'll give you the
moving
wood.
forward to the settle.
I think the pop was
Right.
better, honestly.
But I do agree with
Just so,
Squash
like,
actually
you
that the
guys-
pop is
if you
better
get-
here
if you get
because
VPs,
somebody
you get
has to buy
VPs, and you
devs.
get, like, yeah, you get another point
If
down.
Squash is
Get an
extending his
edge, put
road
that shit back on
to
Harry.
verify that Green does not do
Honestly,
a
I'm
double
not gonna
play
port the
and,
sheep,
and
so
win by road selling onto
So
11,
maybe
let's
I
say, and
can
then
give you 2
wrapping,
sheep or something.
it's very important. Yeah, so Harry plays a knight here, blocks the best spot, and we can put him safely on 8 points, assuming 9 points with the VP knight.
I don't go.
Let's hope
back on
Jimbo
deals
has a
unless
knight here.
Everyone's fucked. I think the dev was better. I'll give you a wood though. You want a wood or no?
Yeah, another
Yeah,
non-knight. Another non-knight for Jimbo. Unless this is a spot from
Can I get
Jimano the sheep.
sheep port service? I'll give you another wood or sheep.
But I
port
don't
service
think
or
that's what he
something.
does here, as he only has 2
It's like
cards.
I already need another wood here.
I don't fucking know, bro.
Well, can you give me something else? Like,
No. I mean, we can just help each other get points.
So it's like a free wood for a sheep. What would you need from the sheep work?
A wheat.
Like 1 wheat.
So just ask for a wood and 2 sheep. Alright?
Let me think. Okay, yeah, fine. Wait, how do I?
So port for a wheat and then offer a wheat for 2. A wood
Yeah, I
and
can't. I have a wood and a sheep in hand, so just give me this and any other card. So I'll give you the wood back for 2 sheep, and what other card do you have?
So
Like a
Jimbo and
non-wood
Squash
sheep
are
card, I
basically
have a
working
hrray.
out a trade.
Let's do this.
Bat gets Squash port
okay.
service and gets Jimbo
Well,
a resource to, I believe, drop a
for the
road on the 8.
sheep,
For
For
a
a
wheat.
the
And
wheat,
then and then I give the wood back.
okay. And then this right?
offer the brick and the wheat, right?
Yeah. Or do I give 2 wood? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
I
lost
like
track.
how Harry's helping doing trades against him.
Yeah, I'm not
It's so
sure.
nice, you know?
I feel like it could have been easier,
He
but they
doesn't
did
involve
it
you, he's just
and it
facilitating
worked out
trades.
where he got his
Trying to
wood.
help out, guys. But being annoying.
But I love how Harry was kind of
Nah,
walking them through
it's
which
nice.
cards to
You're like, he's
correctly
like, yeah,
trade
hurry up,
to
I wanna
get
fucking win this game already.
where
No.
each card needs to be between the 2. It's just funny. Harry's just a good guy. That's why he's one of my favorites.
Bruh,
Him and
it's
Pig,
just fucking
honestly.
sick, you know, fucking
nicest
let's
people,
just do that.
best
It was very
players,
smart, by the way.
both Division 1
Squash
champions as
taking
well.
minus, that was fun.
So Squash
really
also
good.
gets his road down on 11. Secures road. I would say the rest of the game, the board doesn't need to worry about that too much. But the game is over anyways because Harry takes army from Jimbo. Jimbo has 3
Yeah, it's
non-knights,
good. Jimbo got all.
so
Jimbo got
he's
all the
4
VPs.
knights ahead, and
Nice, nice.
Harry is just popping the rest of the game.
Yo, can we
because he
plow
wants
to
a
the
VP.
6-2, bro? Just plow the shit out of him.
He has 4, 6
oh my God,
points on the
bro,
board
It's just fucking
Okay,
8
sixes.
points.
Card. I'll plow him.
I don't have brick.
on, you
I
know,
don't have
at the
VP.
table
I-
with the extra army bonus for 2. Yeah, Kelly, all the UK love. I love my UK players.
Just give me another settle.
Yeah, Harry's just popping devs the rest of the
What
game.
is your hand? Wait,
And then he wins.
Smoking, what's your hand right now? You have 5 sheep and 2 wood.
Kelly, remind me how to raid. I think it's like /raid and then they're at, right?
I mean,
I'm not saying there's any
it's too bad you don't go after
a big
them,
crowd
right?
to
You get
raid,
sheep
but
port service from-
that's something that I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
do
would be an
/raid.
idea.
Okay, sounds good. It's just me and you right now, but in the future, I kind of like doing that
So little.
when we raided Agron.
Wait, is this the wheat for the 2?
I think
wood
Davbav
for
has
the
also
plow? Does
raided
that
one of
give
my
you the plow?
streams.
Gives me a development.
Gives
But yeah,
you
super
what?
fun.
He needs
Ah.
3 free sheep to plow me.
Big card.
I think it's yeah, help him fight army, but it's like Harry probably has another knight. That's why he didn't win there. It's like there's no way he can catch army. But we can try.
How are we gonna know if we never try?
Do it, Jimbo. Do it. Do it.
No, why is this just
Okay,
not
okay. I'll do this if I can get help settling, because it's my only wheat, and Jimbo just port.
Yeah, of course.
I want to get help settling. Fuck it.
Okay,
I mean, I'm gonna have
so
0 cards,
table's
but I'm
kind of
pretty
helping each other out a bit, and
I helped you. Remember that. Remember that.
helping Swimmy pop, which is gonna help Squash settle. They kind of have to be diplomatic here.
Is this the
because
6? Is it
the
the
game
4?
is
Just hit the
over.
fucking. Just hit the 6 wood,
Probably
bro.
this
The
turn
6 is the only
anyways.
thing that's fucking wrong.
And
mean,
I appreciate them
before,
trying
way
because
before.
it's really hard to do that
Nine.
here, where the game does not look like a good one. But they're at least trying, which is good. My puppy's sleeping, snoring. So if he's loud, that's why.
Ooh.
Squash rolls a 7, which is pretty important for Harry, as it
glimmer
probably
of hope.
reduces his chances of popping
Swimmy,
this
you trading
turn.
that sheep for non-block?
Even though he's just
Fuck
gonna get
that
non-blocked anyways, or he's gonna unblock himself anyways. Assuming that he has a
shit.
knight
Let's
here.
go! I got a wheat. I could settle. The trade was big brain. Yo, I don't even think I settle Woodport, bro. Like honestly, like I feel like the game doesn't matter, and I should just settle 9-12, bro. Like fuck.
You settle Woodport here.
So what if
I think Squash would just be trolling if he settled 9-12.
Maybe I'll just settle on the 10, and maybe the 10's high roll. I don't know. I mean, if he has the settling on the 11.
If anything, he
does
should
nothing
settle on the
because
8-10 and then road
he
settle
can
on the
just
on the
settle
10
6-2
weed
if he has like road building. That's whatever. Just settle here.
to allow him to city quicker. But so Harry has a knight, which is good for the table. If Harry just pulls knights the rest of the game, it's basically the same
Imagine
position
if
that they're
he's
in,
just-
but
yo,
it
imagine if he's just
reduces
getting
chances
knights,
of pulling
yo.
VPs.
Imagine.
2 of them already out with Jimbo.
Wow.
It's
I have
war.
I have 7, bro. Yeah.
So it looks
Well,
like Jimbo
Jimbo's
did
on
have a
6,
knight, but he was
that's the other
saved,
reason.
not unblocking the 6
Yeah.
actually, which makes some sense.
I guess.
Man, that's what my killer set up with the super
I
good
could be
deal
on 4.
for Harry.
Get all the knights. Get all the.
If I remember correctly,
yeah,
points
Swimmy's gonna get Armin.
do matter to some regard in this tournament. So it's also
Oh, the
important
fucking
for them
open,
to extend the game as long as possible to allow them
Yo, do
to
you
up
need a
their
wood to
points
fork
as
on?
well.
I need 2?
You have a wood, Jumbo?
I have a wood, yes.
Yo, let's give him a pop. Let's give him a pop. Fuck it,
Let's
fuck it.
go.
Let's go.
They're just having Swimmy pop, which Swimmy's been
The
popping
hard
nights,
thing
but
with- I mean, this was actually valuable.
so late. If they pull the VPs, I mean, and Harry just relies on pulling
Like,
devs the rest
he's
of the
like,
game.
This double 6-4-3 is gonna go really good.
There's a
and
chance,
really, really bad.
but not a very
I
strong
knew
one.
it'd go really, really good. It's classic Harry love, bro. What are you gonna do?
Go 6.
You just 6 is interesting.
I
I would have
haven't
blocked a
even
4.
gotten an ore off this 5 because it's just been blocked the whole game.
Neither have I, and I've been on it the entire game.
I don't know. Going through decks here.
Fuck it, bro. Like, if he's not getting the VPs, that's good. I'm
Stop
surprised.
stealing my VPs.
I'm surprised. I mean, if I didn't take like this game lasted like a few more orbits because I took road.
Squash, you saved the game. Legit. Like that, plowing my 11 Wii was really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually.
Because Harry just
You got
road
your
settles, but now it makes it really hard for him to road settle.
How does that help?
And kind of
Come on,
eliminates
bro.
road
Come
for
on,
him,
let's just do
so
it, bro.
it was super important
You're in a
that
much
Squash
better
prioritized
position than
roads
me
before he
now.
did anything.
It doesn't.
You should
After
have
he
it.
took road back.
It doesn't matter. None of us are fucking winning.
Harry pulls another
Well, you
knight.
have a higher chance.
Probably get a roll
I
here.
mean, you pulled the mono here, right? Like, shit.
Yeah, man. I'm pulling
I haven't
9.
So
rolled.
Swimmy popped his last turn, Jimbo popped his last turn.
Oh wait, no, Jimbo.
Oh yeah, the 3 did roll. Yeah.
The 3 didn't roll. What'd you say? Are you kidding? Harry's on the 3. He wouldn't know if the 3 had rolled.
Who am I stealing though? I don't even notice. Oh, Squash has no cards. Wait, no.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have no
Yeah.
card.
3 minutes, no cards.
I have no card. Yeah, no, he's
No,
Where's
you want?
Swimmy?
Yes. Wait, I have ore. I can trade.
I think he just hits Jimbo here.
Yeah,
I
I can
get
trade.
it.
That's so awesome.
The only person that would take devs from him, Jimbo. Squash
Okay,
needs a city.
Squash has more wood, so I'm rubbing off you.
Rolls a 7, which is not ideal for Harry because he wants that 5 blocked, but he should double hit Jimbo here, I think, just for his own game.
Oh,
Yep.
most of
Wow.
my
Double hits
most of
him.
my hand was sheep, bro. Oh, it's 50-50. Come on, have a nice one. Yes, let's go. Get Army, bro. Get Army. Yo, did Jimbo get 3 VPs? Let's go. Let's
Swimmy
go.
pulling 3
Wait, roll first. He's got
knights
8
here,
cards.
so
Oh
it's
my
fine
God.
to chase Army because he needs the next
We need a 7, yo. We need a 7.
3 knights.
Mono the wood. Mono the wood.
But the chances of him doing that is so
I
small.
have the 9. I should play the
Because by the
9.
time Harry misses
put it
knights
on,
and
like,
allows Swimmy to play them to catch up to him,
The 4 sheep. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but this is not-
Harry's
Why
pulling
this 6
VPs.
always roll 1 plus? This thing is killing me.
Do you just leave? He has no. Does he have wheat in hand? Well, the 11 roll, right?
so Jimbo
Can't just go.
does look like they have a non-knight, potentially like
Do you have
last
another
time. He
knight,
could
Harry?
be,
Or you're on 9.
potentially he could just be wanting to
Definitely
keep
gotta
that 6
tell him to
blocked,
get a
but
better 9.
Why? Why? He could tell us. Like, no one's close to fucking. He's gonna win the game.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense for anyone to ever talk about
Well, Jimbo
devs
might
and
have all
if you're in a
the
winning
leads.
position. Even if you're
Let's go. Yo,
you
can
have
we
such
do
a
pop
big
for pop
lead,
here,
because
Jimbo, or
then
you can't do-
people
no, you
can
can't
start
pop.
deducing what they need to
I
clear
can't
the
buy
deck
bro,
and
I
shift
got
the win
3
condition
cards.
from him. But I don't see a world where Harry
I
wins
mean,
anyway,
Harry
so
wins position.
Squash may have a point. And yeah, Kelly, I
He
love
was starting
Squash's
so
energy
bad.
right
He
now.
started great. I
It's
had
really starting
high
to pick
hopes,
up a little
and
bit
it's just
because he got a 7th point.
it all turned to dust.
Well, everyone was mocking me, saying that that trade was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. That was-
I stand by it. I think the trade was still bad.
Yeah, I didn't really like it, honestly. Lawrence, welcome spinning rat to the dark side. Okay. Let's go!
Huge 7.
Lucky, am I right?
Okay, the 6 doesn't roll here. It's the 4.
Yeah, it's the 4.
I stole a wheat. I can pop. I can pop.
Don't pop.
Squash is gonna win this.
Alright, give me a free game.
That was a really bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know why he
Swear
popped
to God.
there. He's never hit by Harry either, so saving that
oh.
lead for the city was more important.
Fuck. Come on.
So Harry has, looks like at least 1 VP.
Nice.
Wow.
Bro, this
I think the
game has lasted a
table
lot
should have
longer.
really helped Swimmy pop a dev there to have a chance at chasing Army, since Harry was not able to pop in that turn, and since Swimmy has actually not a bad shot with him just passing.
He wouldn't have 7'd out if I didn't block the 6, so I think not blocking the 6 was so good by me. The 3 or.
3 or now.
Yeah, just put it back.
I just think it's the 6.
Yeah.
The 6 and the 4 are money rolls.
Everyone is popping here. It's just.
Yeah.
Yo, please tell me you got the 4th VP.
This is just.
If Jimbo pulled the 4th VP, that would be insane. Which I think he has 2 of them right now, so
7.
a 3rd is not unlikely. But a 4th would be
Awesome.
nuts because it actually gives him a winning shot.
Guys, a 5! A 5!
Oh my god, you're wrong.
Oh my gosh. Harry pops it.
A 10!
Alright, Harry passes
Oh my god, I
again.
might get an 8th point. I might get an 8th point. Oh my fucking god, I might get an 8th point.
Actually, I think if Squash gets a city, he has a very good chance. of
They-
winning.
Nah,
They
I
need to
have
help
a 9.
Swimming pop here. It makes total sense for both
Yeah,
of
but
them.
even then, like,
So
once
much
you get a city, you
if,
have
say,
to-
Jimbo has at
Let's
least
say
3
more than 0,
VPs.
Chuck. I think me and Swimmy have a 0 chance
This
of
is
winning.
so embarrassing.
Because you
when I
take
lose this
the
game.
dev cards from the
Me
deck
and Swimmy are just
and
like.
really make it hard for Harry to now have to
Swimmy at
save,
this point,
basically.
I'm just,
Oh,
I mean,
Jimbo-
Okay,
Wow.
great.
Yo,
Swimmy-
wait, can Swimmy take Army? Bro, I'm at 7, bro. Like, the only way I'd win this game is if I'm mono.
Yeah, can you trade me a sheep squash for non-stealing for whatever steal?
6 wood. Yeah, I got you.
Squish
6 wood.
isn't even
Yeah.
doing that bad.
I'm at 7 points, Harry's at 9. Can we stop trolling? Do
You
you want me to play
you
my
have a
knight?
city in
No,
hand.
I don't.
Do you not?
I definitely
Um,
don't.
Okay,
City.
now.
Yeah, that was. There's no question who gets robbed there.
Like, what?
This
Wait, I'm trading you a
definitely
sheep.
kills
No, it's
Squash's
fine. don't
vibe,
worry,
I
it's
think,
totally
because
fine,
Squash
it's
had an
fine. I'll
opportunity to
save
get
the
to
sheep, I'll spare
8
you.
points, but
Okay, okay.
that
No, I'm
definitely
gonna keep
reduces
a
his
sheep.
chance to this turn, at least.
I guess it's still a 4 for sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saved my knight.
So,
Yo, Swimmy, did you go? Can Swimmy take Army, bro? Yo, this would be the god tier thing if Swimmy could take Army.
okay, so Jimbo had a knight that he played. I think he has 3 non-knights. and a
Yo,
first
we
dev.
got an 8th point. Let's go.
Oh boy.
8th
now
point?
Squash is,
I don't
is
know.
behind
I don't know. Squash is an honest guy.
I still need
But,
City Settle.
you know, in
because
this
I'm
kind of
assuming you have
situation,
3 VPs
people
and he has
do
1.
fib a
Like,
little
there's only
bit
1
at
VP
endgame.
left.
Bro,
to
you
kinda
probably
sneak
have
under the
3,
radar.
I don't trust you have a 9.
I have a knight. He has 1 card.
You should
in
make.
hand.
I think the next Rob, you
have an
make
AP, bro.
Squash play his knight.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to. You have to.
No,
Because Squash is the only
I
one with
have
the
a-
open settle
I have a
where
knight, I
Harry
swear.
does
You
not.
said you had a VP.
No, you twist my words, bro. I swear on my everything I love. I swear on my life. I swear on my
Squash
all
is
my
wearing a lot
privileges.
of
I
things
have a
here,
sheep.
so if he doesn't have a knight, that'd be kind of big. He just rolled.
Lose.
Okay,
I
like
still
this is
think
an
it's
important
super
spot
easy.
right here. Like
He's
he,
got the 8
Worse
wood.
for me. I think
Okay,
Squash-
okay,
He's-
okay.
I think
if
he
you
has
put
the
him at
win
8,
in
you can
hand
still rob
if he
Harry.
has
He's
a
at 9
VP.
point. I'm at 8.
you make Squash play the knight here.
I can't believe we're even discussing robbing me at this
You maybe like hit the 8
Nah,
You're
come
and
on,
in a
then
man.
better
really talk
position
about who to
than-
rob.
point. No, you're at 9 points. What the fuck? I have a knight, bro. I swear on my life, bro.
Even if I am, all of the VPs are gone. I need a city. I'm nowhere close.
You can road
the-
settle on the 6-2.
It's the 8 wood rob from me. I would do. But it's up to you. I think it's definitely the 8
Okay.
wood.
Yeah,
that's fine. That
this is the
block
block
hurts me,
here.
just fucking
Squash
rob
does
it,
need
bro.
to.
I'm at 8 points. He's at 9.
Oh yeah, Army's definitely closed. Thanks for joining, Crate.
Harry is still the enemy.
Checking on these proven competitors.
I mean, like, you probably have a knight. There's, like, technically a chance that you don't. I think
I have a knight, bro. I swear on everything.
So
I-
there's
I do
5,
believe
10,
it.
4 knights left.
For what it's worth,
What?
I also believe Squash.
Oh, he doesn't believe
We're
him.
trolling.
He doesn't believe him.
Bro, how am I getting robbed?
That's game.
That makes no sense.
It's like honestly, it's a tough situation if you don't know the
Because, like,
players well.
I trust you. I straight up
I
do.
think
So
Swimmy
why
just
are
doesn't
you-
know
why are you-
squash.
You're
Why are
at
you robbing
9
me?
points.
So it's like a
why,
tough
why
tough
are you
thing.
robbing? Bro, the only settle.
That's why
I
like
can
player
settle is
relationships
an
matter a
8.
lot in
Why
this
you
game,
robbing? Like,
and
what?
just I
Like,
guess you're
Bro, we're trolling.
just how people view you and your persona.
You want to double hit him here?
But I honestly think that's what happened. It's not necessarily
You
that
have a knight?
that people don't believe Squash. I think Swimmy doesn't know Squash enough to trust that he's not lying, basically. Because it's an important spot with how many cards Squash had in his hand, the rolls he has, and the open settle he has with
Bro,
the
is there
dev.
any way you can like
But
just take the 6-3 from
with
him?
that I
Like,
mean,
one over?
who knows? Because
Or no? Oh wait, you
Harry
can
just
still
hit a
get
4.
cards. Never mind. Go, yeah,
That
go down
rod
to
may have
6-1.
not
Go
even
down
mattered
6-1. So if
to
he does try to
Harry
go down to 6-2,
in the grand scheme of
we can
things.
feed you the block.
But if Squash is lying, which I don't think he is actually, if Squash is lying,
I mean, I like doubling
then
the 8.
that was
At
the right
least
move by
it's
Swimmy.
safer.
But again, I just think it's a move that is from not knowing or being as familiar with that player.
I mean, you only have one settle spot anyway.
Yeah, that's,
I'm also curious. I don't think he has a VP. I think Squash has a knight.
Bro, I'm flabbergasted that I got fucking robbed there, bro. Especially when it's my good.
Because I don't
tile.
think he would keep talking about why that Rob was so bad if he just doesn't play a knight.
For what it's worth, I also trust you, Squash. I don't think you're lying.
Yeah, I don't know. If he's talking so much after the case and he doesn't play a knight, then it's like, come on. So I don't think Squash does that to himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just went.
He's hungry in PCL. I'm hungry right now, bro.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I would still be around me. What the fuck? GG. I don't have a knight. Sorry, I scammed.
You're just kidding.
For a second.
That's where he plays his
wait.
knight.
Oh my god, I almost robbed Jimbo there.
I'm so close to winning.
Okay, yeah, that's game.
Oh,
I
the
think.
fucking 11 rolled, of course. Like, he's getting.
It's
Because he has an or with the 4, an 11, and then
I don't think 3 is probably.
3 more cards. Actually, he doesn't have it yet because he has.
Wait, no,
2
4.
woods.
I think it's road settle actually. Yeah. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
3.
Oh my. GG.
Yeah.
That was actually so good for me.
Bro,
Is it road settle?
Swimmy, why would you rob me?
Oh,
Bro?
it's road
Like,
set on
what?
the 6-2.
I
The
don't
Rob-
know.
the Rob
GG's.
The Rob
Good
actually
game.
Wrong, but there was
A lot closer than I thought it would be at the very beginning.
Bro, like I was so.
2
genuine there.
VPs from
It's crazy.
Jimbo. 1 for
To be fair, if Swimmy
Swimmy.
did rob me, it made it so I couldn't 7 out. So
So
actually,
there was 1 more in the deck? Am I understanding that
And
correctly?
these
Yeah,
nice
I
stats, what is
calculated
this
that.
guy? Like 26
He just
and
kept
57.
whiffing. Harry did, which I understand why,
This is
because
some of the weirdest
Jimbo
guys
pulled
I've
2
ever
at the very
seen.
beginning, but let's talk to the players a little bit.
Bro.
Alright, good game, guys.
Oh.
GG, guys. If you could stick around for just 1 second. Okay, Swimmy's out in the ocean now. But GG, Harry. Good game. I was pretty impressed with how the table worked together to scrape a couple points because it was a blowout, let's be honest.
Yeah. I got to 9 points pretty fast, but getting that last point was painful.
This is just what happens with these like high volatile, like, 3-number setups where you can like feast or famine basically.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up working out. So, but either way, a lot of your moves during the game were very smart. Like I love the road builder to 8-4 compared to going 9-4-2 and securing that spot because that really stunted Squash, I think, a lot in this game. So
I just thought having the road play was better than plowing Swimmy because I don't think Swimmy was like a viable threat in this game regardless.
mhm.
So I thought going to the 8-4, removing a settlement from Squash, and also making my road play easier would be better.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would get Army this game though. I thought I would be road player with no competition. But in the end, it just so happened that Jimbo got like 3 non-knights to start off the game.
Yeah. Did you have 2
Swimmy
VPs?
was so far behind.
Sorry to interrupt, Harry.
What did you say? Oh, it's Jimbo.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Did you have 2 VPs, Jimbo, at the very beginning?
No, actually I had the VP mono, but I couldn't use the mono in
Yeah.
the occasion, which is too bad. I didn't want to waste it.
Yeah, it was never winning for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had gotten but now I had a really good hand finally. It's just like the 3 rolled and maybe here I would have been able to do something. But yeah, just wasting the mono for that was just pointless, I think.
Yeah.
So it was quite sad. Yeah, they given like a yop for road building before. That would have been good, but no, it's just like the order was like very bad.
I should have blocked the 3. Was 6 still winning there? Probably.
Actually, I have a question. So Harry, or I guess, were you able to still produce another card to road settle for like, let's say if you absorb that raw from swimming instead of squash with your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. So in retrospect, it probably didn't mean much, but I don't think it was much more like reflected on Squash's character not being trusted. I honestly think it's because Swimmy doesn't know Squash as much that he probably didn't believe him there. Because it's a tough decision. Yeah.
I also could have, even if I couldn't city and guarantee the win at the end, I definitely could have like pulled 2 devs and had a chance of pulling another VP. There's one more VP in the deck, it looks like.
Yeah. It wasn't quite. There's 2 left, right?
There's one.
Oh, no, there's one left. No, it's not. It's not a questionable decision. You just fucking rob Harry there. Like.
I think you do too. But like, if Swimming doesn't know you, Squash, and for whatever reason you're bluffing, I can see a world where that happens. But yeah, of course Harry's the rob. I knew.
Block, though.
Yeah, I almost knew Squash wasn't lying even after the block, because I don't think Squash would have still talked about how much of a poor decision that was, and then not play a knight on his turn.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyways, GG guys, thank you for allowing me to share that time in this space for you. Good luck to you guys the rest of the tournament. I hope to cover your games in the future, and GG Harry.
Yeah, thank you, pal. GG guys.
Alright guys, we'll go ahead and call it for this game. We're gonna do a quick raid to Davbap's stream. Shout out Harry for that amazing win. We're gonna slash raid and then at okay. This is why I have Kelly here, bro. Helps me so much. Okay, raid slash David. Catch you guys at the next one. I'm not sure how quickly it'll take you there, but thank you for joining and have a great one.